Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing another One Pot Wonder class. We've been fortunate enough to be able to move into session 5, and we're starting on class 1 again. And we're going to run the next 6 weeks, which will bring us into about the 18th or 20th of May. And so I'm really hoping you're going to enjoy these classes in the next little while. Just a big thank you to some of our sponsors, our volunteers. The Lethbridge Foundation is, we're still working with them, and they have given us the extension to be able to carry on. So we say thank you very much. We also have been given some support dollars to help this program succeed with the Napi Friendship Association, and to kind of help people through tough times. And so we're hoping that you're going to enjoy this cooking, and thank you so much to the Napi board and the community. So we again have the Piikani Child and Family Services, the enhancement program, have been very diligent with us and helping us to pack the bags and get them delivered, and they're here faithfully every week. So a big shout out and a thank you for all your help. And we have the Pincher Creek Food Center, who continue to support the program as well, and we're very grateful for their support and their donations. So thank you so much. And so we also have Kayla Ray back with us. So she's behind the scene on the camera, and we thank you too, Kayla. So this morning, just before we start into the cooking, I just want to let you know that we will still be doing deliveries today and each week. So deliveries will start to come out probably between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, right around there. And so look forward to your bag coming. And if you have any allergies, we're gonna build a group. So if you have any allergies and you want to, there's certain foods you can't eat, then let us know so that we don't bring those to your home. And so with that being said, let's move forward into our cooking. And we're just gonna do a little bit of prep, and we'll be right back. So this morning, with our class 1 of our session 5, we are going to be cooking it's called a sheet pan chicken dinner. And it's very straightforward, very simple. You can adjust it as you like, and you can add what you like. But for today, we're doing chicken with cut up potatoes, cut up carrots, and cut up onions. And then you roll that a little bit with some oil on your pan, and you add your spices, and you just let it all cook together in the oven. So it's pretty simple recipe, but it is quite good. So to prepare your meat, you're going to have 4 chicken legs with the thigh. So I just wanted to show you how you can cut those if you're not sure. But in this part of right where my finger is, there's a joint. It's like a knuckle, and that's where you want to cut it, is to you can feel it how it moves. So you just want to make sure that you can feel the knuckle on the leg, and then you just cut it off, and there you go. So you don't want to cut your meat up any further than that. This is the 2 types of pieces that we'll put onto the pan today. If you want to take off this part of just so people, if you don't know what this is the carcass or the bum. So you want to take this piece off. Some people like it, some don't. I know my dad sure liked it. But anyway, you can cut this off, and it's quite easy. It's just a very tiny piece, but I don't like to cook with it. It's just pretty much fat. Anyway, so we're gonna get started, and we'll cut up our potatoes and our carrots. And excuse me, I don't suggest that you peel your potatoes, just because the red potato skin gives you a little extra flavor, and it's quite a nice potato when you bake it like this. So anyway, we'll be back. So I've done the preparation for the chicken sheet oven bake. So we have carrots, potatoes, and onions, and then the chicken. And I've just placed the chicken in the pan, and then just I cut up in bigger chunks for the onions and for the potatoes, and then just kind of bite-sized pieces for your carrots. And then, so from here, we need to, I think I'm gonna make a mess here because I have a full pan, but so we need to be able to put some oil onto just enough to drizzle on it and kind of mix it up. So my hands are clean. If you could wash your hands and kind of do that prep before you're touching your food. And so I'm just gonna drizzle some oil, not a huge amount, just enough to kind of, so that it doesn't burn on your sheet. And then you're just gonna kind of mix it up so that it's around all over everything. And
so could you put tin foil down and then mix it in a big bowl first?
You could, yes. I wouldn't put tin foil on it though, just because it's, I guess if you want to save the extra scrub for your pan, you could, but the chicken will stick to your pan versus it being, to your foil. So, I mean, it's up to you. It's personal preference. If you want to, excuse me just for a sec. If you want to put foil down and do it that way, that you're more than welcome to. It's this is just kind of a basic idea for something new if you haven't tried this before. So in your bags, you're gonna have some garlic powder and you're gonna have some Italian seasoning. And I also have some seasoning salt, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that. I did not put this in your bags though. But if you have some, you can just throw a little bit of extra on it. It just kind of gives it a little extra. And we're gonna have to invest in some containers for, you don't want it to be too garlicky, but you can just add, to your own taste buds as to how much you want to put on. Garlic, just keep in mind that garlic powder, like one teaspoon of garlic powder is equal to, I think it's 2 cloves. But if you like a lot of garlic, then you can certainly put, this is the Italian seasoning, so we're just gonna add some of that on here as well. But you could use any spices that you like. This is just one that was called for on this recipe. So, so then I've got the oven on. I preheated the oven, and we're gonna throw some salt and pepper as well. And we're gonna give it a little bit of a stir up again once it's all on there. And Roseanne's patiently waiting for lunch. So, again, we can just, and it's a good idea, Kayla. Actually, you could just put it all in a bowl and do it that way. But just watch while it's cooking, and it's going to take probably about 45 minutes. And you want to make sure that your chicken is crispy on your skins. You may have to turn your chicken. But just keep an eye on it, and yeah. So we're gonna throw this in the oven. We're gonna let it cook. I would watch it about every 15 minutes, have a check on it, and just see what if it's starting to brown. And you can just kind of take your flipper, or if you got a big spoon or something, and just kind of, so that it's not all sticky. You may have to add a little bit of extra oil to it, but just, you'll know, because it'll start to get really sticky on you. So we're gonna pop this in the oven and we'll be back. So I've taken this out of the oven just to kind of give it a little bit of a stir, because it was starting to sizzle and cook very nicely. So this is what I'm saying about it not sticking to your pan. And it's kind of important that when you do put your oil on, that you just kind of mix it through it so that it does kind of get to, so that it doesn't stick on your pan. Anyway, we're gonna pop this back in. I just wanted to show you that with the oil, it does help for no sticking. Okay, so our chicken pan meal is complete. It took about 45 minutes to cook, and I cooked it on 375, and then I just kept kind of flipping it, so that I flipped the chicken as well, and then I flipped it back so that it would brown. So the key is just to keep an eye on it about every 15 minutes and just give it a little flip, because as you can see, like, it's not sticky and it's not burnt. It's cooked yummy. So I'd like to get some feedback. We're gonna build a group in the Facebook Messenger, and hopefully we'll get some feedback. We'd like some pictures just to see your creations. If you want to change it up, you're welcome to do that. This is just kind of a guideline of a recipe that you can try. I'd like to thank you all for joining our group again this week and for the next 5 weeks after today. And we will see you next week. Take care, be safe, and also too, just so you know, in your bags you will have some masks. We did not have enough of the sanitizer, hand sanitizer, to distribute this week, but we will get some out to you. But just be thorough with your hand washing, and be safe, and take care, and we'll see you next week.